Hey, what's going on, visionaries? Jason Osborne, JO Vision, back again with another video. And today, well, it's another one of my real talk videos where I'm completely honest, completely transparent about my photography business so I can hopefully give you some insight on how to improve yours. Today, well, I'm gonna be talking about why I haven't been getting hired. I've been passed over the last 5 photography gig opportunities that have been presented to me. And I'm also gonna talk about why I'm not that concerned. Coming up. So yeah, I haven't been getting hired this month, and it's something that would probably concern a lot of photographers when it comes to their business. I'm not really worried too much about the opportunities that I missed because I know why I missed them. And the things and reasons why I missed those opportunities are things that aren't concerning to me because I know that they're out of my control. And that's the main point of this video, okay? I know for a lot of photographers, they feel like they might have to take every single gig that's presented to them and really like work every single possibility, especially if they're full-time in the business of photography and they feel like there's the only way they're gonna be able to make enough money to pay their bills, pay their rent, pay any kind of taxes that they might have. And I totally understand that sentiment, I really do. Back to this video though, yes, the last 5 opportunities that have been passed to me, I haven't been able to land. And you know, like I said, it could be concerning to some people, but for me, it's not concerning. I always make sure, there's a tip for you, to ask clients or prospective clients why they decided not to go with you. Now, that could be an awkward conversation, and sometimes clients don't necessarily want to admit that, you know, you weren't the photographer that they hoped that you would be, or your style is just not what they're looking for, or maybe you were just simply out of their budget range. But it's important to get that kind of feedback because it can allow you to adjust certain things about your business that could potentially be hurting your opportunities, and could really give you some self-reflection in the mirror as far as how your clients view your business, whether instead you're just looking from the inside out and hoping that they see the same things that you see. Why haven't I been getting hired? That's the most important thing. Well, I'll say 3 out of the 5 gigs that passed up on my services, it was due to budget reasons, okay? I would say that they expected a little bit more work for the budget that they had in mind. And that's why I'm not concerned when it comes to that. Now, a lot of photographers, they might feel like that they need to cater to every client. They want to be able to work with everyone's budget. And I'm not one of those photographers. And the thing about this that will come as you move along this crazy world of photography business is you'll understand through experience what is absolutely worth your time and possibly amending prices or working on a deal with, and what is absolutely not, okay? So, you know, one of the opportunities, for example, was a corporate headshot gig. And I'm not gonna tell you what I was charging, but it was a very affordable amount for that kind of scope of job. And I have charged other corporations for the headshot gigs the same amount, and they were able to go ahead and adhere to that. Now, not everyone has the same budget, corporation or not. Every corporation is different, and you can't assume that they can always afford your price. But what they do expect is what they've seen in your work and the quality of your work and your deliverables. So you have to understand, when you set a price to something and you are showing your work off that was brought at a certain price point, you shouldn't have to dip below that price point to offer the same amount of work. And I think that sometimes clients, they get it in their head that it's gonna be an easier job than it really is. And through my experience of shooting corporate headshots, I priced it based on my experience in the past, where maybe I didn't price what I should have and it ended up hurting me in the long run. Not every client that is looking for the budget-friendly photographer is the right client for your business. 2 of the jobs that passed up on me actually had a photographer in mind that they actually initially wanted to shoot. Those photographers, for whatever reason, decided to go and disappear for a little bit and have a lack of communication, leading the client to start looking for other possibilities, which is where I came in. And then when it came down to leaving a deposit to book me, that other photographer that they originally initially reached out to decided to come back into the fold, and they decided to stay with them. But I'm not gonna worry about that for my business because I know that the only reason why I didn't get the job is because they had actually already committed to another photographer that was kind of missing in action at some point. As a personal tip to everyone that's doing a photography business, communication is key with your clients. You should never disappear. You should never go missing in action. You should be quick on your responses for any kind of email or text inquiries that they might have. So that way the client has a lot of confidence that you are, one, a professional, and two, you're easy to get hold of just in case something might change last minute. The last thing that I can attribute to me not getting these last couple of jobs is really just because they didn't understand the scope of work that they were requesting and didn't really understand that the amount that they were willing to pay didn't reflect how much work was being asked. Sometimes a lot of gigs, they just think that photographers just click a button. They don't take into account travel time, setup time, shooting time, breakdown time, driving back home, backing your files up, editing your photos, delivering those photos. You know, all that is a cost to the photographer that a lot of clients, just to keep it real, they don't really think about. They think you're just gonna show up with a camera that might be a little bit better than their iPhone, take a couple of quick pics, boom, boom, hit one button on Photoshop to make a perfectly edited image, and then you're gonna send it out. And that's just not the truth, as you guys already know. And you have to price your photography based on your experiences in certain situations, and also your experience when it comes to the post editing and, you know, your professionalism. Firm belief from myself that it is not your job to cater to every single client. It is your job to deliver consistent results when it comes to your photography and the products that you're delivering. You know, a lot of times clients will just try to play mind games with you and say, oh, well, this photographer said he would do it for this much, or there's another photographer that would do it for that much, or, you know, you're really expensive compared to some of the other photographers that I've talked to. And you know what? That's okay for them to say, because they're trying to see if you're willing to wheel and deal with them. Some clients are worth the wheel and deal. Clients that have a strong network of clients that you could possibly be opened up to. Maybe return clients that have already booked you at your full price, so they're coming back to you because you deliver good work. So maybe you want to give them a little bit of an incentive to come back. Things like that. But for brand new clients who are asking for a large scope of work, if you price that work adequately and they say that you're too expensive, let them go. It's okay. Because you're not there to accommodate to their price or their budget. You are there to make sure that if they hire you, you are going to give them the best work from what they expect to see. You're just as hungry for turning down jobs than you are for accepting them. And you're hungry because you know that your time is valuable, and because you know that there are clients that are willing to pay what you're asking for. So even if you do miss out on a job or two, that doesn't mean that you've lost out on a gig. It just means that you have more time to focus on your craft, maybe get some editing done, maybe find new clients that can afford your services, X, Y, and Z. If you're just starting out and your photography skills aren't strong yet, then maybe you should be taking on some cheaper clients, some budget clients, but you have to understand, one budget client can open yourself up to a bunch of budget clients. And that is the trap that I fell into early on. I was hunting for the bargain, $50 shoots, $80 shoots, things like that. But what happened is my experience started teaching me is that I'm doing a lot more work than this $50 is called for. So anyway, I just wanted to be transparent, keep it real with you guys. Yes, I lose out on gigs all the time. I am 0 for 5 this month for gigs that I've been passed over. I also know the reasons why I was passed over those gigs, and those reasons to me aren't alarming. If you like this video and you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below, like always. If you have any feedback or anything like that about your own photography business, I would love to hear it. Or maybe you have a question about how I deal with clients who don't want to pay full price or, you know, cheap. Or maybe I'll do a video on it. I don't know. Leave a message in the comment below if you want me to, you know, continue this route of videos. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. You know what I say. I need all my thumbs up, so please do that, and no likes I can get. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Got more videos on the way for 2020, and I'm glad that you were able to make it and see this one. Go back and check out my last week's videos on editing. And yeah, hope to see you guys in the next video. This is Jason Osborne, J.O. Vision, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.